Good to see you here. I heard you were coming to support the film. That's nice. Very.
And I've been thinking about what the new way is. What's possible when you combine speed, creativity, humor, real acrobatics? Not just standing there and waiting.
Speed is one tool.
Speed is everything in this new era.
Yeah.
And honestly, I've been curious.
Yeah.
Everyone says you're a legend.
But have you ever actually fought someone who moves the way I move?
Someone who doesn't stand in one place? Someone who understands that fighting has evolved?
If you want to know, you'll find out.
I want to know right now. There's space backstage. There's time before the screening. Unless you're concerned.
I'm not concerned.
26 seconds. That's how long the footage lasted. 26 seconds of Jackie Chan learning something about his own body and movement that he spent the next 26 years trying to understand, then accept, then integrate into who he became. May 1991. Jackie Chan was 27 years old and standing at a crossroads that only he could see clearly. His Hong Kong action films, Police Story, Armor of God, Drunken Master, had made him a genuine star across Asia. But Asia was not the world. Hollywood was the world. And Hollywood's action cinema was controlled by an older generation. Chuck Norris, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Steven Seagal, men who had built their reputations on the idea that martial arts cinema was about power meeting power, about strength proven through dominance. Jackie's style rejected this entirely. He combined acrobatics with comedy, breaking bones on camera with a grin, turning pain into entertainment. But Jackie understood something crucial that only visionary artists understand. As long as the old guard remained unquestioned, his innovation would be seen as just that, innovation, not superiority. He was fast. Genuinely, extraordinarily fast. His reflexes were world-class. His body control was exceptional. His unpredictability was his brand. Audiences never knew what movement he would choose next, and that constant surprise kept them engaged. But he operated within one framework: entertainment, acrobatics, the principle that martial arts should be beautiful and above all else. He did not yet understand that there was another framework. A framework of principle, of positioning, of pure understanding that existed outside all system. The backstage area of the Grand Theater Shanghai was controlled but not locked down. This was 1991, not 2020. Security was looser. Jackie saw Chuck standing alone for perhaps 30 seconds. He approached with deliberate casualness, as if this conversation was happening spontaneously, not by design. "Chuck, good to see you here. I heard you were coming to support the film. That's nice, very respectful." Chuck, meeting Jackie's eyes directly. "You know, I've been thinking about what you represent. The old way, the traditional martial artist, and I've been thinking about what the new way is. What's possible when you combine speed, creativity, humor, real acrobatics? Not just standing there and waiting." Chuck, speed is one tool. Jackie, speed is everything in this new era. And honestly, I've been curious. Everyone says you're a legend, but have you ever actually fought someone who moves the way I move? Someone who doesn't stand in one place? Someone who understands that fighting has evolved? Chuck, if you want to know, you'll find out. Jackie, I want to know right now. There's space backstage. There's time before the screening. Unless you're concerned. Chuck, standing slowly. I'm not concerned. They moved to a storage area behind the stage, a backstage space used for equipment and props. 20 feet by 15 feet. Concrete floor, a few other people present. 2 crew members who had drifted close when they sensed something was about to happen. A Hong Kong producer, a production assistant. One of the crew members was holding a Betacam that had been testing lighting a few minutes earlier. Jackie moved into the cleared space with absolute confidence. His posture was loose and flexible, spring-loaded, ready. He was visibly faster than Chuck. His movement had a quality that suggested coiled energy, a kinetic readiness that telegraphed his capability. He threw a technique, a spinning back fist, extremely fast, delivered from a coiled setup that gave it momentum and power. The spinning back fist was one of his signature moves. Chuck's head moved 6 inches to the left. Not a lean, not a dodge that required his whole body to shift. Just his head moving 6 inches. The back fist passed by his ear by less than 3 inches. Jackie felt the motion, felt the strike pass within an inch of contact. Jackie's momentum from the spin carried him slightly forward. Jackie attempted to recover quickly, throwing a second technique before Chuck could establish distance. This punch came from a different angle, a cross aimed at Chuck's body, but Chuck didn't try to escape. Instead, he stepped inside Jackie's reach, the opposite of what Jackie expected. As Jackie's punch traveled to empty space where Chuck's body had been, Chuck placed his hand on Jackie's shoulder with complete control. The contact was light, but certain. As Jackie's second attack finished, the position of Chuck's hand meant that Jackie's body was being guided, controlled, positioned in a specific place. Jackie felt this. His brain registered it. He felt the constraint. He felt that his momentum was no longer his own. Immediately, reactively, he threw a second acrobatic technique. A jumping, spinning heel kick. Acrobatic, explosive, one of his signature moves that required him to launch his entire body into the air and rotate 360 degrees before striking. The kick was fast, the height impressive, the power real. 4 feet of air gained, tremendous velocity at the rotation point. Chuck sidestepped, just 12 inches to his right. Jackie's kick passed through the space where Chuck's head had been a moment earlier. But more than that, the momentum of the kick, the acrobatic commitment, the full rotation, carried Jackie's body forward. As he was landing from the kick, his weight returning to the ground, Chuck was positioned perfectly to guide that landing. Jackie's own momentum carried him slightly off balance. Jackie understood what was happening. His body knew. His reflexes told him, "You are not in control of this space." He attempted to recover and throw again. A traditional high kick this time, fast and direct, no acrobatic setup, just pure speed and power. Chuck read the chamber of the kick, the bend in the knee that precedes the extension. Before Jackie fully committed the leg, Chuck stepped inside Jackie's range, stepped into the space where the kick was being set up. This was the opposite of the expected retreat. As Jackie's kick extended toward empty space where Chuck had been, Chuck was now inside his perimeter. Chuck placed his hand on Jackie's other shoulder, not striking, just positioning. Now Jackie was being held at both shoulders. Both hands on both shoulders. Not with force, just with position. Just with the clarity of someone saying, "I am controlling exactly where you are and where you can move. Every movement you can make from this position, I already know." Jackie understood. His breathing was hard. His muscles were burning from the explosive movements. His speed had been genuine. His back fist had traveled at perhaps 25 miles per hour. His spinning heel kick had generated tremendous velocity. His acrobatic ability had been demonstrated at the highest level, but every single technique had gone to empty space. Every single movement had been read before it completed. Every single strike had been answered with positioning rather than force. The producer, watching from the side of the storage space, would later describe the look on Jackie's face at that moment. Recognition, understanding, the comprehension that he had been operating from incomplete knowledge. His face showed respect, visible in the shift of his expression from confidence to humility to something like awe. Chuck released him. His hands dropped. He stepped back. The 26 seconds were over. Jackie stood, his body still vibrating from the explosive movements. His mind was processing something it had never encountered. Within minutes, studio executives were in the storage room. The producer had run to find them. They understood immediately what had occurred and what it meant. The studio was distributing Jackie's film across Asia and attempting a crossover into American markets. Jackie was their investment. Footage of him, the action star, the revolutionary, being handled by an older man without matching his speed. That was a liability. The studio executives approached David Way with a check. They were polite, they were professional. They explained that the footage was an accident. David Way was a professional. He knew the business. He took the check, 3 million Hong Kong dollars. He agreed to the terms. The tape was erased. Part 5. For the next 26 years, The footage existed only in the memory of perhaps 8 people who had been present and the conscious memory of David Way. Jackie continued his film career. He became, by the late 1990s, the biggest action star in the world. Police Story 2, Super Cop, Mr. Nice Guy. He built an empire on speed, acrobatics, and the brand he had established. But something shifted. In films made after 1992, his opponents were often portrayed as foolish or exaggerated. The comedy increased dramatically. The genuine martial arts tests decreased. There was a quiet transformation happening in his work. A quieter Jackie Chan, a more thoughtful Jackie Chan. He was learning to see beyond speed. He was learning to understand principle. Chuck continued his path as well. He did not claim victory over Jackie. He did not tell the story. He had been offered a significant payment to keep the 26 seconds buried, but he would have kept it buried regardless. In 2017, David Way decided to retire. He was 72 years old. He was emigrating to Canada to be near his grandchildren. He had carried the secret for 26 years. He decided that his silence had lasted long enough. He wrote a detailed account of what he had witnessed on May 18th, 1991. He posted it online, along with his name and his professional credentials. The post went viral in martial arts communities within days. YouTube channels created videos exploring what it meant. The story spread through dojos and martial arts academies worldwide. In 2019, a documentary filmmaker tracked down David Way and interviewed him for 3 hours. The documentary was titled "The 26 Seconds, What Was Deleted," and was viewed 8 million times. In the documentary, Way describes the 26 seconds with the precision of a man who has replayed the moment thousands of times in his mind. He describes the way Chuck moved, not defensive or reactive, but reading and positioning. He describes the exact moment when recognition occurred, the moment when Jackie understood that he had been operating from incomplete knowledge. Most significantly, Way describes the moment when Chuck released Jackie and stepped back, and Jackie's expression shifted from humiliation to respect. The 26 seconds revealed something that the martial arts world had suspected, but never seen demonstrated. That speed and acrobatic brilliance operate within a framework, that there are principles that transcend speed, that movement itself follows laws that exist independent of any particular system or style. It revealed that Jackie Chan, for all his brilliance, for all his innovation, for all his legitimate skill, had built his martial arts understanding within one context. His understanding was real within that context. It was genuine. It was earned through thousands of hours of training and hundreds of takes of film, but it was not complete. It revealed that Chuck Norris, for all his restraint, for all his wisdom, had understood something deeper. That there were principles that existed outside all systems. That understanding those principles made speed irrelevant, not because slow beats fast, but because fast only works when the target is where you expect it to be. Jackie Chan, in an interview in early 2020, was asked directly about the 26 seconds. "That was a long time ago. Chuck is a great martial artist. I learned something that day. Jackie needed to know something. I showed him. He understood, and he became better because of it." And Jackie's final acknowledgement: "I was speed. He was principle. I had to become both." The 26 seconds that were deleted became, over 26 years, the most important moment of both men's lives. Not because of who won or lost, but because of what was learned and taught.